Hello, just making a little walkthrough for storyline 2, a balanced diet. So looks like first thing we gotta do is we talk to Supervisor Farah. She tells us to make a food chain, and this is what the food chain you make should look like. Sun and water used for the cactus fruit, which is used by the jackrabbit, which is used by the cougar. There's the food chain. Then we talk to Casper to start the quest. Little Bunny Poo Poo. We find out that the bunny is eating his own poop. So what's up with that? We find out that there is a he looks good. The bunny looks good. Check it all out. But then we pick up some poop samples. The dog's checking out this one here, like they tell you, and that's why they put it on the table. Comparing the two poop stool samples, this one is irregular. Then we find out that it has some organic stuff in it, some normal waste matter in it. So some good stuff, some bad stuff. We find out that sometimes mammals, um, how food gets digested, you read about, and sometimes mammals actually have this special kind of poop that they poop out that actually has some good stuff in it. So that is why he's actually eating it. We had a couple claims to make. So here's what it's called: Secotroph, special type of feces called Secotroph, contains nutrients that they couldn't absorb initially. This is how digestion works. And we see the irregular stool contains some undigested material. So we talked to Farah about it. And, oh, that's the end of that one. So the next quest is, and the guy says, "Oh, that's cool. I thought the rabbit had something wrong with it, but actually nothing was wrong with it." The next quest we have is Farah, and she wants to know what's happening to her rattlesnake that died, decomposed over time. Be careful. One of the things you have to click on up here that was the trickiest one. There was a coyote who was eating some of the rattlesnake remains, but there's ants that were here for a few days, and you can see how it decomposes. A couple articles you need to read about that. Dead or decaying matter, talking about scavengers. Decomposition. You can kind of see the green ones that I clicked that you need to click as well. We talk about atoms and molecules. Um, Atoms and molecules are actually abiotic, but they make up biotic things, which is interesting. We talked about biotic and abiotic. Here is the flow chart that you will have to do on the worksheet. Carcass to scavenger to bones. Decomposer breaks down to particles, which the plant uses for photosynthesis. Tell me, as nutrients it needs to grow. Tell me how you feel about collecting detritus. What's detritus? That is poop. Lots of poop in this storyline. So we need to go out and collect some poop from the deer and the coyote, and we come back and talk about it. It says we got to do DNA extraction. So we do DNA extraction, and we find out that the cougar poop has mule deer fur and coyote. So the cougar must eat those two things. Coyote's got mule deer fur and cactus fruit seeds, so it eats those two things. And the mule deer poop it's an herbivore, has the grass and the seeds in it. We create our last flow chart, and you can see, or the food web rather, because looks more like a web. Stuff is going up, down, left, and right. So the grass and fruit is eaten by the deer. Coyote also eats the fruit. Coyote eats the deer and the fruit. 2 arrows go in the coyote, then 2 arrows go into the cougar, who eats the coyote and the mule deer. And that is it. That's the storyline right there. If there's any questions, make sure you email me. And good luck.